Hello and Assalamu alaikum listeners and viewers. This is me, your host Fahad Younes, and the show is Meri Kahani, which is known as My Story. And today we invited a special guest who is NEDI Safa from California, USA. Listeners and viewers, just let me introduce with NEDI. NEDI is a singer and a songwriter who performs web concerts that are seen live all over the world. She is an American singer and a songwriter too. NEDI, most welcome in our studios. How are you doing?
Salam. Thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you very much, and we welcome you in our studios. So NEDI, just let us know about yourself. Our listeners and viewers want to know about you.
Okay, my story begins in Chicago. I was born from an American father and a Persian mother, and she came here in 1955, the first woman from her town to get educated. She came here as a Fulbright scholar, which is quite an honor, and she made it almost to her doctorate degree. And I was born and raised in America, but I had this international family, and we always had international friends. And so I've always been interested in international friendship, different cultures and religions. And after high school, I went to study in Thailand and learned something about their music and art. And then for college, I went to Vienna, Austria, and I lived there for 6 years to study music. And that's where I had my children. And I'm back in California. And one of my children, my second son, had a mental disability called autism, and he needed special care. So it wasn't possible for me to tour, but now with web concerts, I can speak to the whole world and everybody sees me. And the last show was watched by 75 people in 22 countries. So a lot of them in Pakistan, even though we were 8 at night here, it was 8 in the morning there.
Of course. So it's really appreciable that you're doing a lot of stuff, even sitting in your home. So NEDI, let us know what was the basic thing you were inspired and you thought that you have to do this thing in sitting your home.
With the web concerts?
Yeah, the singing and the songwriting. You know, a lot of listeners and viewers want to know about this thing.
So I was always doing music. I was born in 1959, and one of my first memories was when the Beatles came to America. But now that I have the chance to do the web concert, it gives me a chance to express my love of international understanding. I took this photo the first year I did Facebook. I was so excited. These were all my Facebook friends from California, just going out all over the world. And now I have so many more. I have 4,600 almost friends. And we talk and I share my music. And I believe in international friendship. You and I spoke a little bit yesterday that we are not our governments. And people have these ideas of what America is or what Iran is from what they hear from the leaders, but the regular people are people everywhere. And please don't judge me by what American leaders are like.
Yeah, of course. So, NEDI, how is your experience talking with the Pakistani friends?
With the friends from Pakistan?
Yeah.
They're very polite. They call me sister or auntie. I don't know if I'm not old enough to be auntie. One of them called me princess today. I don't know if he was trying to be romantic. But some of them have been very dear and very deep, thoughtful people, very spiritual people. And I have to say, Americans are not well educated in other cultures around the world. Our news is almost only America. And anybody else knows more about America than America knows about other people. So I have learned about Pakistan. There's so many engineers and graphic designers and things like that. So there's a lot there's a lot more people there than I knew. Do you have 200 million? Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So it sounds like it's growing very much. Like there's a lot of entrepreneurship.
Yeah. Of course, there are
But
many
this show,
knows too.
this show isn't just for Pakistan either. It's for Pakistan to reach out to other places. Please, if you're watching this, please make Facebook friends with Americans. Let them get to know you. Let them get to know you.
Yeah, of course. And NEDI, you have very good comments about the Pakistanis and people around the world, as you shared with us that you have a lot of friends around the globe. So, what do you think? How much Facebook is beneficial to make friends all over the world? And what do you suggest about this thing?
I have great hope for the internet. I have great hope for the internet, not just for sharing information, but for sharing empathy, for sharing understanding. You know, if you see somebody suffering somewhere else, you feel that that could be my child suffering, or that could be me suffering. So there's an old expression: walk together, talk together, then there will be peace in the world. And maybe we can't walk together on the internet, but we can talk together. And then I can see your smiling face, and you can send pictures of your family and even what you're eating. And it's fantastic because it's friends of friends of friends of friends. So you get to trust people, and you get to feel a little bit what it's like to be with them. I really enjoy it. I don't think it's light. I think it's deeply meaningful, because if the people are very much involved and interconnected, then the countries, the leaders will have to follow the people, because the people will be friends.
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much for your lovely comments. And you have a good heart, no doubt. A lot of people in USA think very much positive, and we all the regular people can change the lives socially. So anyhow, NEDI, we want to know about the book you and your son wrote, which is called Inside and Out, and it has 5-star reviews on Amazon.com. So let us know about this. What is it basically?
Well, I have a copy right here. My son grew up to be an artist. He's actually working with Disney animators now. And he drew the cover. And the cover shows us getting inside his head. He's writing, and I'm talking to him. And that's very much what the book is like. Children with autism don't speak, and Matthew didn't speak fluently, my son, until he was 6 years old. So I didn't know what he was thinking. But in the book, we talk about each thing together. It's a dialogue. I say, what was it like for you when you couldn't make friends? Or how did it feel when you couldn't speak and couldn't express yourself? Or why did you hit yourself and hurt yourself or run away? I don't know how familiar you are with autism, but there are some behaviors that are very hard for parents to understand. And this book has helped a lot of people. We've given 10 talks to groups of parents and professionals, because he can do the explaining for the children who can't speak for themselves. A lot of children with autism don't speak at all.
How much it costs, and how can people get it from Amazon.com?
Well, from Amazon, you would want to look up NEDI Safa. NEDI Safa is N-E-D-I. There's my name, NEDI Safa.
How much it cost?
This is $29 US.
Okay. I mean, 2,900 Pakistani rupees. All right.
Okay, 29. And before the book, I wrote a song dedicated to my son. It's called Not a One of Us. I showed you the lyrics to it yesterday. Yeah. And I asked people I recorded this. I recorded the song. I asked people for the cover to dedicate it to someone and to send me pictures of their autistic children. And I have a video on my YouTube channel, which is also NEDI Sings. Everything is NEDI Sings. That they show pictures of their happy family, even with their autistic child that has mental disabilities. So I raised funds from all over the world. Not every country, but Australia and Europe and America and Canada and New Zealand. And we shared this song.
We would love to hear that song live. If you can share the song, you can sing that song with us. So that would be great.
There's not only one of us who doesn't need you. There's not only one of us who doesn't need to share. There's not a he or she, not only Christ. I'm here. I'm here. There's not only one of us. And every one of us to be assured we have a gift to give, growing evermore and more. Things are hard and on earth. Here together for very short time, sharing one heart without words of every to try. Let it
Awesome. So, Neri, you have a lovely voice with lovely lyrics. So, can you please let us know, our listener and viewers, that how they can put a part in your mission, and if they want to cooperate with you in any ways, maybe they can do some volunteer campaign for you, or maybe they can introduce you with your friends and families, and maybe in colleges, in universities, so how they can cooperate with you.
My website is nedisings.com. NEDI is NEDI. People usually try to spell it differently, but it's very simple. It's NEDI, nedisings.com. My YouTube channel is NEDI Sings, and they can write me there. There's a contact page, NEDI at NEDI Sings, and they can purchase my music and they can let their friends know. And I'm very interested in helping. I asked you if your station needs a theme song. I have worked with peace groups. I've worked for faith groups, for race relations groups, for labor movements. I'd like to help whatever helps the world move forward. I like to provide music for it. So if you have that, I've also composed for small films, for student films and such like that. So I do instrumental music too. So I'm happy to have that, and people are welcome to share. I have 2 concerts coming up on Concert Window and on NEDI Sings. They can also find out about that, or they can friend me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page that just says NEDI. It doesn't say NEDI Sings.
Okay, so what is the URL of your page on Facebook? Can you please spell here?
It's just NEDI. That's just all.
Facebook.com/NEDI, right?
Exactly.
All right. All right. So, Daddy, do you have anything more to share with our listeners and viewers? So you can.
Yes, I do. I really feel a lot of people think that there's the world has so many problems that we won't get our way out of it. But I have real faith in people, real faith that kind of like if we do things together, we can solve anything. I don't know. It sounds silly, but the more friendship, the more cooperation there is, the smaller the problems get. So I have a very hopeful view of the future, especially for my view is very different from the view that you would see on the news.
All right.
So maybe you can. Maybe I can close with another song or a poem, or.
Yeah, but before your last song, we would love to have a message for our viewers. So, do you have any special message?
Yes, peace is possible.
All right,
peace is possible.
Lovely message. Lovely message. So, hey, thank you very much for joining us, and we will love to end our show with your last song. And what is it? Just let our listener viewers know, and then start.
This one is called Reason for Hope. This is about believing that the future can get better. I believe that the future can get better. So it's not about religious belief, it's about believing in people. I believe in people. I believe in people. I've taken all my life. Baby, come to realize we are one. I am not alone. You've always been here by my side, like the rising of the tide. There's a glow, and our youth. You can stay right by my side and say you cannot look me and say you don't. They present everywhere you go, reaching out across the world. Broken strong, broken brighter, we are moving towards gold. We're just one human race. I not ignore what we see. What is growth and good reason for hope and go. It's so much we have to you cannot move me and say you don't believe me.
Wow, awesome, awesome. Thank you very much, NEDI, for joining us. And your voice is awesome, and especially the lyrics are very great. So once again, I personally and all my team pays you tribute that you're doing awesome, and our listeners and viewers really liked your interview. Thank you very much for joining us, NEDI.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you. I hope we stay in contact.
Take care. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody out there.
Bye-bye.
Bye.